Hi, I'm Eva. I'm one of the dietitians in Velindre, and this presentation is about nutrition when you're feeling fatigued due to the cancer or effects of the treatment. We're going to run through what dietary issues you may or may not have because of fatigue, why nutrition is important, what a balanced diet is, how you can achieve all the nutrition that you need through your diet, but also if you need them, what are nutritional supplements. So these are common issues that may crop up if you're feeling fatigued. You may be too tired at meal times, so you can't finish a big meal. It's hard to actually sit down and trek through the meal. You may not have any energy for cooking, standing up, making this big meal. And there may be nothing in your cupboards because you may not have had the energy to go out and do the shopping. Also with fatigue, but also with other aspects of cancer and treatment, you may find that you don't have much of an appetite. However, it's still really important, despite all that you do manage to have a good diet. Nutrition is really important because your body's a bit like a car. It needs fuel to work. And for it to work effectively, you need a balanced diet, which we'll come on to in a minute. However, when you have cancer and you're going through treatment, quite often your body actually needs more nutrition and more energy, more calories than normal. It might not be able to process the nutrition as normally as it does, and you may find that you're eating less. So because of this, you may find that your diet suffers and that you lose some weight. So even if you are fatigued, it is important to keep eating, and these are just some simple tips on how to do so. Make sure you're having small but frequent meals so you don't have to try and trek through that big meal all at once. Keep snacks handy. Keep them by your bedside, keep them by your sofa, just dotted around your house so you don't have to get up if you're really struggling with that to have something to eat. Food is important to make sure that you're eating it in a nice atmosphere, in a relaxed atmosphere. We see a lot of people that are really tense, their families are really worried about them with the eating, but trying to make sure that the atmosphere is relaxed around meal times will help. Don't worry about using convenience foods for a short term. They're really helpful if you haven't got that energy to cook that big meal, just to use a convenience meal. Have some in your fridge, have some in your freezers and your cupboards, just to put on if you really haven't got the energy to cook a big meal. Can friends and families help out with the cooking, and can they do the shopping for you maybe? Or are you savvy on the internet and could you do internet shopping rather than going out to the supermarket? Making sure you're planning ahead is really important, so that you're not stuck all of a sudden thinking, what am I going to eat and how am I going to cook that? I have to go out and get it. So being prepared. And often people find that when they've got a bit of a high on the energy levels, they may find that they can cook a few meals and freeze them or put them in the fridge to have when they're not feeling so energetic. Making sure you're eating well, and as I said, we'll come on to what a balanced diet is, but also making sure you're treating yourself and enjoying your food. That's the most important thing. So this is a balanced diet. It's called the Eat Well plate. And basically, if you laid all the food that you ate over a week or a month or year, this is kind of what it should look like in these proportions. So the majority of your diet should come from fruits and vegetables, that's the green section here, and the starchy carbohydrate foods, that's the yellow section here. So talking about your fruits and vegetables first of all, most of us know that we should be eating a minimum of 5 portions of fruit and vegetable a day. That's a combination of the two. It's not 5 fruit and 5 vegetables. It doesn't just have to be fresh. It can be frozen and tinned. Dried fruit, small handful counts a day. Having a small glass of juice would count once a day as well. And thinking about using that variety of fruits and vegetables as well. Generally, if you've got a range of colours that you're having over the day, you're doing well. Fruits and vegetables are very important for vitamins and minerals for our bodies. Your carbohydrates are really important for energy, and I'd recommend for everyone, but especially for people with fatigue, that choosing the right type of carbohydrates is essential. So choosing the carbohydrates that are high in whole grains and high in fibre. So for example, brown rice, brown pasta, brown bread, instead of the white varieties. Cereals such as porridge, shredded wheat, Weetabix. And these types of carbohydrates are going to release the energy into our bloodstream at a slower and steadier rate over a few hours, rather than getting a peak of energy and then your blood sugars and your energy levels coming crashing down. The pink section on this plate represents foods that are high in protein, for example meat and fish, eggs, beans, vegetarian alternatives. Protein is important for helping your body to build new cells, helping with your muscles and other such functions. You should be having around 2 to 3 portions of protein a day. Also, we should be aiming for a minimum of 2 portions of dairy products a day. I'd say with both the protein and the dairy, try to aim for low-fat products unless you are losing weight and require a high energy, high protein diet. This is just to ensure a healthy diet, lower in fat, which helps to reduce the calories and the risk of weight gain and other diseases. The little purple section for oils and spreads. So try to keep your intake of oils and spreads to a minimum. And if you are having oils and spreads, try to keep it to ones that are such as olive oils and sunflower oils, rapeseed oils, rather than butters. For more information on this, please see our website on healthy eating and survivorship. The little bit in the corner there is the foods that are high in fat and high in sugar. Now, we're not saying never have these as part of a balanced diet, but they're not essential, so try and keep them to an occasional treat rather than an everyday occurrence. As I said, some of this advice may change if you are losing weight, if you're not eating very much and you need a high calorie diet. So these are some ideas on healthy eating meals that are easy to have when you're feeling fatigued. So making pasta with a vegetable tomato sauce to make it easier for yourself, buy things like tinned tomatoes or passata, ready cut vegetables. That should make it quicker. Baked fish, potato, roast vegetables. Again, you can buy ready cut vegetables. You can even buy ready done roasted vegetables to make it easier on yourself. Chicken and a vegetable curry and rice. Again, if you're struggling, then there's no problem with using convenience meals or jars, boil in the bag rice, or the ones that you can do in the microwave just to make it a bit quicker. Omelette with baked beans and potatoes can be a very quick and easy and nourishing meal for you as well. There's some snacks listed there as well for you if you want to have some snacks if you're trying to eat healthily. As I said, if you're trying to stop losing weight, if you're not eating that much, then we need to look at foods that are higher in protein and higher in energy for you. And these are some simple ideas that you may find beneficial. So there's some meals there, and again it's about thinking that using the pre-cut vegetables, pre-done mash or convenience meals to make it a bit easier on yourself if you're feeling fatigued. So these are just some little myths here I want you to think about. Energy drinks, they can be useful during fatigue. True or false? This is false. Energy drinks will give you a spark of energy and they'll rocket your energy levels up, but then you'll come crashing down. And what we're trying to aim for with fatigue is a nice, balanced, fluid, long-standing energy rather than these peaks and troughs. Sweets and chocolates can give me lots of energy. True or false? Again, this is false. Like the energy drinks, it will give you the peak and trough of energy rather than a stable, prolonged energy. Brown bread is better than white bread. True or false? This is true. As I said during the Eat Well plate, Brown bread is generally better for our health anyway, but particularly when you've got fatigue, it will release the energy into your bloodstream at a slower and steadier rate, so you're not having those peaks and troughs that you get with the energy drinks and the sweets and chocolate. I am not active, so I should not eat very much. True or false? This is false. Whilst you may not require quite as much as energy as someone who's at the gym 5 times a week, you still need a decent amount of energy. And as I said at the beginning, if you have cancer and you're going through treatment, sometimes you actually need more energy than you normally would. I should take extra vitamins and minerals. This is false as well. If you follow a healthy, balanced diet, you should get all the vitamins and minerals that you need in your diet, unless you've been specifically told to take an extra, for example, calcium tablet by your healthcare professional. Some vitamins and minerals are actually harmful in high levels. I'd really recommend not taking extra vitamins and minerals unless you're specifically concerned that you are not having a healthy, balanced diet for special reasons, in which case take one that says multivitamin and mineral and just check on the back of the packet that it says 100% of your RNI or DRV or something like that. It's just 100% of what you need, rather than aiming for one that's 3000%, for example. That may be harmful for your health. Whilst we're on the vitamins and minerals, I said I'd talk about the oral nutritional supplements. If you are struggling with your weight coming off, you're not eating very well, and the doctor is concerned that you are malnourished, then ask to see a dietitian and they may start you on some oral nutritional supplements. There's lots of different types. Generally, they're little drinks that just have extra calories and protein and vitamins and minerals where you're not eating so much. So in summary, if you're feeling fatigued, it goes back to the standard recommendations for fatigue, which is planning your meals, planning your week, trying to think ahead a little bit, prioritising. Unfortunately, eating is a priority, but if you've got other things that you need to be doing, can you prioritise them over spending hours slaving in over a meal and thinking about something quick and easy instead? And learning to pace as well. If you are cooking a meal, then make sure you're giving yourself time to sit down in between. Have a little rest before you try and eat your meal as well. And I'll leave you with this lovely quote here that hopefully you'll enjoy. Thank you very much.